Why do worthy Mormons hold the Aaronic priesthood, since Hebrews 7:11 through 12 clearly teaches that it was changed and superseded by something better?
Question 41. Why do worthy Mormons hold the Aaronic priesthood, since Hebrews chapter 7, verses 11 and 12 clearly teaches that it was changed and superseded by something better? So let's first read those verses in Hebrews. It says, "If therefore perfection were by the Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received the law, what further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek, and not be called after the order of Aaron? For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law." So, we actually will, I'm perfectly willing to admit that the Melchizedek priesthood was brought in and does supersede the Aaronic. But there is a misunderstanding of what the priesthood is and how it operates. There is a kind of assumption among most Christians that before the time of Christ, the only priesthood that existed was the Aaronic priesthood, and that after Christ, the Aaronic priesthood was done away with and replaced with the Melchizedek, but this is not the case. Both priesthoods existed from the beginning. And at the time of Moses, when the Israelites rebelled against God, there was a change made. The law of Moses took the Melchizedek priesthood from among the people, so that they were left with only the Aaronic. So when Christ came back, he simply restored the Melchizedek priesthood, or restored the orders of the priesthood back to what they were before the time of Moses. Now, we have a few passages both in the Bible and other scriptures that speak to this very thing. Speaking of the time of Moses, we read in Exodus chapter 13, verses 1 through 2, it says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both man and of beast, it is mine." Then after their rebellion, we read in Numbers chapter 3, verse 41, "And thou shalt take the Levites for me, I am the Lord, instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of all the firstlings among the cattle of the children of Israel." So from these passages, it is clear that until they rebelled, the intention of God was to have all firstborn men hold the priesthood. It was not restricted to the house of Levi until after the rebellion, at which time the Levites replaced the firstborn who were to have it originally. Of course, this could still only apply to the Aaronic priesthood. However, we read a little later in the book of Numbers, when Korah and his brethren rebelled against Moses, this is the rebuke that Moses gives to Korah. So this is Numbers chapter 16, verses 9 through 11, says, "And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi, seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them? And he hath brought you near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee. And seek ye the priesthood also? For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron, that ye murmur against him?" So if they're seeking the priesthood, but they have the priesthood of, at least the Levitical priesthood, or the priesthood of Aaron, which is given to all the tribe of Levi here, then what priesthood are they seeking? They've already got it. They have to be seeking a different priesthood than the priesthood of Aaron. And that is, as the Hebrews verse says, it was the priesthood after the order of Melchizedek. which Moses did have. He held this higher or Melchizedek priesthood. And that is what they were doing. They were trying to claim this higher priesthood that Moses had, in addition to the Aaronic priesthood that God had already given them. This is again confirmed by Paul in Hebrews. This is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 2, where he says, "For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." So Paul here is affirming that everything that Christ taught was originally taught to the ancient Israelites at the time of Moses. But due to their unbelief and rebellion, it was replaced with the lesser law of Moses, and the higher priesthood of Melchizedek was removed from among the people. But it is clear that both priesthoods existed, and that when Christ came, he simply restored what had previously been had among the ancients before the time of Moses. So, as Joseph Smith was restoring the full gospel, he restored both priesthoods, both the priesthood of Aaron and the priesthood of Melchizedek, just as Paul wrote in the book of Hebrews.